Yo, you know who it is, and it's me, J Hood. We back for another video, and like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like to. All praise to the Most High. Before I do anything, you know I always gotta give all praise to the Most High, and we back for another one. Thank you for tuning in today. You know I'm feeling blessed. There's a lot going on. God, I want to thank you for getting me through. God, I want to thank you for waking me up. And I want to thank you. Everything happened for a reason, and it's all a blessing. And again, I never want to put nobody down. And I guess my last video about TG, people was trying to call me a hypocrite, and people felt like I was trying to down the man, or you feel me, or down. My purpose of that video was to say it can happen to anyone, and just to show. But see, my message is to the youth. My message is to the people my age that know me and heard of me and know how deep I was in it and how serious I can get, you know, and what I've done on behalf of this and for this, and the work I done contributed, and how it can happen to anybody, and how even while you're putting in work, while you're doing it, you be regretting it. And it's crazy, but I'm gonna get into that a little bit later at the end of the video. You know, a little blast from the past, and yeah, I'm gonna jump right into today's segment. So I got a call today. This morning, TG hit me. He called me. I'm like, what up? I talked to him for a real long time. I talked to Cut for like an hour. And I know people be saying, dang, J Hood, you be trying to talk to the youth, and you say you changing your life, but you still be saying cuz and woo. It don't happen overnight, and that's how I talk. I'm trying. I can cut it on and cut it off, but it'd really be hard, and I really be trying to talk to people in their native tongue, and even Bloods understand the Crip language, and I understand that. You know, I want to talk in the language that people will get it. You know, feel me? So I'm gonna talk how I talk. Good. But yeah, check this out. I got a call from Cud today. He called me. We chopped it up for like an hour. You know. He like, man, look, this is what happened. I told him, like, man, this is what I heard, blase, blase, blase. And he told me, man, this is not true, that's not true. And I'm not gonna say he's telling the truth, I'm not gonna say he's lying. What I am gonna say is, he's human. And what I am gonna say is, it can happen to anybody. And again, I was telling him today, look, they bury the dead. They don't bury the scared. I say it all the time. Even the strong die. You know how many scary people it is that's on the line or in the hood, in the trenches, that come around because nobody tested them, or they ain't been in no situation where they had to fold. And you know how many tough niggas been put in situations because they stood up, and they broke the rules, because they did what was best for them. So it really don't matter. For each his own. You your own man. And TG said he's not locking it up. He not doing none of that. He gonna go to the next prison, and he said he gonna go on the next 2 missions. He ready to be a crash test dummy so he can harness and save his career. So I said, hey, I actually told him that's what he should do if he don't want, you know. I said, because the homies is on you. I ain't gonna lie. So let me, for the most part, see, I asked him a few questions. He said this. He said he didn't write that kite. He said his cellie wrote that kite. And I said, whoa, that's deep. That's deep. Because that's basically like your cellie set you up. They'll cellie set you up for failure, to tarnish your name. And then, but he also said this: the homies kept spinning off on him. So that means the homies didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. Now, that can go both ways. They can see that as fear, like, why you not coming out? And I'm a prideful individual, bro. You get what I'm saying? And anybody there tell you that. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not scared. And I've been in situations where it was me versus 20 niggas, 30 niggas. I've been in enemy modules. And I've been in situations my back against the wall. And I'm coming out. I'm getting cracking. I'm gonna get jumped. I'm not worried about, I'm from Stevenson Village. I'm always outnumbered. You know, but I guess he was playing chess. And there's nothing wrong with playing chess. And if you focus on self-preservation, that's the smart thing to do. There's nothing wrong with being smart. But in this game, you can be punished for doing the smart thing. And that is because the rules of this game were made for you to lose. I don't know. And I was watching an interview a couple of weeks ago. It was a Big U interview. And he was saying the dynamics and the structure and the origin of the Crips. And he said that Cripping is different from GDs and BDs because they got more structure than us. They got chain of command and leaders. And the Crips were made by some babies. You know, the Crips were literally formed by some teenagers. And you got to really think that. So that, just take a minute and think, like, the rules of the game were made by people going through puberty. And they were probably made in a group of people who were trying to sound hard to one another, you know? So, again, just pay attention to that, dude. So, yeah, man, but TG's not a buster. I don't believe he's a buster. I believe he's a smart man, and I know he'll fight because I done heard multiple stories about him fighting. I heard a story about him at Wasco. He just left at the 3-yard. He was at Calipat because his points went up because he got into a fight with a dude from Neighborhood Legend, and he spit on the old boy from Legend, and they had to go pump the boy from Legend up to go squabble. Him and TG squabbled. And from what I heard, TG got the best of him. So I'm not saying he's scared to fight. I'm just saying the numbers were against him. And he even said, I'm not dumb. I'm not finna fight 100 people. And, hey, shout out TG, man. I hope you be safe during your journey. And I wish you the best, you know. And if you need me for anything, you got my number, tap in. You know, tap in. I got you on the real. You feel me? No bad blood. I just reported what I did, fool. And I'm not. You said that the person who told me that was lying, and they saying you lying. So I'm gonna say I don't care who lying. I respect both of y'all as men. And I wish you the best on your journey. I don't care about what you did, because I know you're not scary. I know you a man. I know you willing to fight. Nobody wants to get jumped by 20 people. You know? Nobody wants to. And if a dude tell you he lying to you. I've been jumped on multiple occasions. You know, and a lot of people were saying, dang, J Hood, why are you talking about what happened to TG when the same thing similar happened to you? And I said, that's correct. The same thing did happen to me. I got dirty politics. The only difference is that I didn't write no KITE, allegedly, and say that I'm willing to roll it up. And you can ask anybody that was on the yard with me. You can ask BZ from Santana. You can ask G Nasty from Pocket Hood. You can ask G3 from Grape Street. You can ask anybody from Compton and Watts, period, that was at Ironwood with me when I got jumped. I wrote a KITE and said, nigga, I'm not going nowhere. I see niggas at yard, I'm coming out. I don't care what y'all do. I ain't do nothing wrong. I love the homies. I'm a solid homie. I'm a soldier. And I refuse to roll it up. Period. And I came out and I worked out. I got doping. And I squabble hard. I never hit the ground. I got pepper sprayed. Every time it was similar story. I came out, knew it was me versus 100 people. I didn't care, and I came out and I fought hard. Every single time, kept coming out, time and time and time again, over and over and over again. And that's just the type of person I am. I'm just sad that TG and anybody has to go through that. When you feel like you love these people and these people love you and they turn their back on you. And like I said, I got my back. The people who stabbed me in my back is people I done helped pay their rent. I done took their back fades. I done stabbed for them. Before I left the county jail, I stabbed a nigga up because he said Compton couldn't use the phone. I stabbed a nigga 30 times. You feel me? If you know, you know. So it wasn't like it can happen to anybody. But like I said, I love my homies. I love my people. I love my people. And I want to see us evolve and get better. We gotta focus on the right things. We gotta focus on self-preservation and we gotta focus on elevation. Because people be worried about the wrong things. A dude said, you would never be able to be on the yard with me. I told him, with that mind state, you would never be able to drive the kind of cars I drive and own the type of cars I live, the type of houses I plan on living in, the type of houses I have lived in. You would never do that because you got a stupid mindset. You bragging about when you're under oppression and you get arrested, what yard you can go to, instead of trying to focus on how to stay out of jail. That's so crazy. That is a blessing when you can't go to a 4-yard, when you can't go to jail. That's more of a reason not to go to jail. But people don't really see it that way. People feel like it's an accomplishment to be in prison. That is crazy to me. You'd rather be in prison with your kids. People spend more time with the Crips than they do their kids. And it's sad, dude. When did failure become an accomplishment? When did failure become an accomplishment? When did depression become glorification? Something glorified. Our people fought for years to get out of slavery and to be free. And now we bragging about being in captivity. Martin Luther King is sad, and Harriet Tubman is rolling in her grave. We got to do better, blacks. We got to do better, everybody. Like I said, TG, I wish you the best. There's a lot going on in these streets. You need to get back out here, dude. You feel me? The streets waiting for you. You got fans that love and support you. When you have talent, you make good music. So continue to make good music. Continue to make good music. Keep your head up and keep your head on the swivel. And don't trust these niggas. Don't trust nobody. It's even a strong die. I'm up and I'm out, man. All praise to the Most High. Alhamdulillah.